Hello and welcome back to me still not having an intro ready because I'm not mentally able to handle anything like that right now. If you saw last week's video, which if you want to catch up on my mental state and how I feel in my personal life, last week's video is just an explanation of that. And I'm still not feeling that great. I'm still feeling stressed out, burnt out from the Patreon thing, stressing and all that other fun stuff. So I figured that today I would draw in my sketchbook again because like I said last week, this is my comfort zone. Like I could just take this anywhere and do whatever, but it's funny I say, oh, I could take my sketchbook, but for the last two videos I've sat at my desk and drawn in it. But this character that I'm drawing is actually from my 500 follower giveaway that happened on my Instagram about a month ago. I started it a month ago, ended it in the early October, and the winner of the giveaway was completely random, was Ugly Bunny on Instagram. I'll link them down below. Like, we're friends, but everything was done by like complete random chance. I put it on a wheel and spun it and poof, yeah. And they also did the Nudie Brunch pin collaboration with me and a bunch of other artists. They were one of them. That bright neon colored purpley one on the package, that was done by this person. And I just love them. They're honestly like one of the nicest people I've met, like so welcoming and inviting. And I'm just like, I'm usually scared to make friends, but I feel comfortable talking to this person. So anyway, they won the giveaway for the full sketchbook illustration and gel pen. And they sent me this character of theirs that was honestly so freaking adorable. And she's an egg monster girl and her name is Devola. Her whole vibe is like devil eggs and I'm like, she is so freaking cute. I have to draw her. I love her already. They also sent me a link to their toy house for different outfits, which is why if you were to look at Ugly's page, the outfit, I don't remember if Devola's on the page actively, but her main outfit is different than the one I drew it in. This was like a board, almost like a Pinterest board, but it was on Toy House. And I saw a bunch of different things that just, I had inspiration for that outfit. And one of them was this color block jacket that was pink, blue, and yellow. And I decided, all right, since the character is already full of yellow, let's make the color scheme pink, purple, and blue pastel. Then there was like a bucket hat that gave me the inspiration for the skirt. And then the socks and shoes were also on that board, but I just changed the color scheme to match with the color block sweatshirt crop top. And I also really thought that the idea of an egg umbrella would be really cute. I was just feeling the umbrella vibes. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go with that. When I messaged them and I was like, hey, like you won the giveaway, like what character? And they sent me Devola. At first I was like, that is such a cute character. And then once I sat down and started drawing it, I was like, oh, that's how do I do gradients? First of all, everything is like a yellowy orange for the skin and hair. So I had to be really creative with that because I'm super limited. If I was doing this in marker, like on my cardstock, fine, whatever. But since I was doing it in gel pen, I was like, okay, how do I think this through? When I first started the coloring, I did the skin in like yellow because the reference has like it's like a dark yellow, but it's on the orange side. And then when I got the yellow down, I'm like, that's really, really bright. So I toned it down with like this yellow orange that I was originally going to do for the hair. And I like that a lot better. But then I was like, what am I going to do for the hair? And I'm looking at the reference sheet and it's more gradient oriented. So I just decided, screw it. I'll just do a gradient. And the hair kind of looks like candy corn, and I'm like, oh, it's supposed to look like egg. It looks like candy corn. That's fine. It's October. I really do like the whole idea of like an egg-based character, and it also gives off like with the long drippy ponytail like Hatsune Miku, and I'm like, yes, I'm all for it. And I actually did this all in one day. Normally, I'll stretch out my gel pen stuff in my sketchbook like 2 or 3 days just so I don't hurt my wrist. But at the time of recording this, everybody in my house got COVID except for me and my dad, and I don't understand how neither of us got it. So that's kind of fun, I guess. So I've been just staying away from the infected. I refer to them like they're zombies. They're from my family. The people who have COVID, I'm kind of staying away from. So I've been like in my room for the past couple days, and I'm going just away from them basically, just to keep myself safe. So I had all day to work on Devola, and I'm glad I did because I really like how it came out. And I also really like that I used a brown fineliner. I used that Recollections in chocolate, like I did with the clown core giraffe, and I really like the way that looks. But even though like I said, I was struggling with the gradients with the gel pen, there was other problems with it too. Like the pink I originally used on the sweatshirt, shoes, socks, and skirt. This could sound really weird, but I use that pink when I draw like people with fair skin or white skin in my sketchbook, and it comes out so vibrant, but on its own it looked really, really dull. I don't know if it was like because it was a cheaper gel pen, like the metal scratching of the ball caused it to turn gray, but it did, and I hated it. So I decided to go over it with a Copic marker, and I used Shock Pink specifically. And I don't know if you've ever used Copic markers, but sometimes there's like a pressure imbalance in the barrel, and it just causes ink to just flow out of the brush nib and just splatter everywhere. And that's exactly what happened on her hip when I was doing the top part of the skirt. So there was just this big blob of pink, and I was just like, that's it. I'm panicking. This is over. I'm done. I went over it with white, and so I went over the whole part of the hip with white and then went back over it with an orange, and it worked out, thank God. And then I decided I was gonna shade under the umbrella with gel pen, but I didn't have a pen light enough. Like my lightest gray was still really dark, so I decided just again to go with a Copic marker just to fill it in fast, because at this point it was 11:30. I'm currently recording this voiceover at 12:14 at night, and then I noticed that the fineliner was bleeding because it's not alcohol proof and it's not waterproof either. So if I went over the liner too much, it started to bleed, so I had to be very careful. But it bled a little bit. You can't really tell, and I'm glad that you can't tell because it looks really, really good. Like, it's like normally when I do something all in one day, I'll be like, oh my god, I hate it the next day. But I'm still looking at it all day. I like it, and I really hope that Ugly Bunny likes it. So with that being said, I think I'm going to just let this go. I'm tired. So thank you guys so much for watching. The link to my Etsy, Patreon, and Instagram to give me some support is down below in the description. And I will see you guys next week with another art video. Bye.